Okay, guys, so we're back. This was it poppin', and we're gonna straight dive into the final review of Miss Marvel. So, as we know, Miss Marvel finally dropped its finale episode on Wednesday, and let's just see, it has a lot of mixed feelings about it. Crazy thing is, it is the most highest rated Marvel TV show of all time. I don't know whether it's MCU's highest rated movie, but I don't know what it beat Endgame. But I think in TV show wise, it's rated the highest on like Rotten Tomatoes, IMDb, and all these platforms. So it was very interesting to see that because for me, I think that it has its ups and it has its downs. I think it was a very solid show, a very Peter Parker esque type of show about how Kamala Khan gets powers, gets and how she gets acquainted with the powers, how she whole journey of how she became a superhero, which was very cool. And I mean, you always love to see a story like that. And also, a lot of people, especially the Muslim people, I mean, not only Muslim, I think Asians, right? I'm being an Asian also. We all love that he was first Muslim superhero, so that was very I guess people were a fan of that because there has never been a Muslim superhero before, so this was a good thing. And as far for the storyline goes, I think that it progressed well, but I think at some parts it was too draggy and focusing on the wrong thing where they could have parts where they could have focused more. So one example of this is the first 2-3 episodes, I think Miss Kamala Khan had used the powers. It was quite bad, right? She didn't know how to control the powers. But then suddenly, when she was fighting a person with a red dagger, suddenly she managed to have quite a good control of the power, and we didn't really see any training she did with her power. So I don't know. It was quite not really explained that properly. And the problem with the show was I think they really wanted to emphasize on like the religion of her, the background of her Pakistani roots and all, but I think they kind of overemphasized it a bit, which may have maybe not given the actual storyline a very natural progression and expansion, which that's one thing they could have worked about. But I think overall it was okay. And basically Kamala Khan gets a power from a bangle, and there's a whole story about how she's not actually a human, but she's actually a clandestine she's actually a clandestine, which is a type of race of people from another realm, which I think it might have to do with the origins of Shang-Chi and his 10 rings, because at the part we can see Wong, Captain Marvel, and um, Bruce Banner uh, like checking the artifact up. So I think that it could have been from that same realm. I don't know, it's just speculation. We'll see if it comes true. But I'm pretty confident that it will come true. And then I guess the whole show in fact was quite good as it is. Um Frankly, I do not see how it's got a lot. I think it was a lot of people, like people were quite happy with, I think, the cultureness, and them being first Muslim superhero. I think that could have been the main reason why it was very highly rated. But as a show, I think it's like a decent, good quality show, which anybody can enjoy. It doesn't even have to be a Marvel fan, which I think is really good. And and then we saw a progression of powers, and then we also saw another character called Kamran, where she was one of the child of the clandestines. I think his storyline was told he might have a spin-off show, or he could have been, maybe he could be included in other Marvel TV shows. I'm not really sure, but we will see. And I think that a lot of the backstory, they really explain a lot about the back. I think there's one whole episode just for backstories, which I think was a bit much for me. I'm not sure. I know you need to have a very good backstory to really explain the show, but for me, it's kind of a bit too much. That's in my opinion. Okay, so now we talk about the ending, the really interesting parts. So, one of our friends, Bruno, was like a really good friend. He's like a tech guy. he did an analysis on a sample, because we later figured out that she wasn't like she was a clandestine, right? She wasn't a human or mortal. And he did some examination of cross blood with the other family members, and we found out that her genes and DNA are mutating, right? That is why her mother could not use the bangle, and so did her grandmother cannot use the bangle. Only she and her great grandmother could. So her genes were mutating. So what this might say is Kamala Khan could possibly be a mutant. We are not sure whether that she's completely true a mutant, but she is somehow regarded as a mutant. So now we're gonna take a look at the post-credit scene, which everybody was quite confused, but I think it's very clear. She was sitting down admiring her bracelet when suddenly she was sucked into the bracelet, and then Captain Marvel came out and replaced her. So this, some people have theorized that it could be a Freaky Friday situation. It could be they could have been trapped in each other's bodies. We do not know whether Captain Marvel has her powers. When Captain Marvel found out that Miss Marvel is actually a huge fan of her, so she was like, oh shit. So I think what this is, it's definitely to set up the movie about the Marvels, where it will star Falcon, Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel. So I think it sets the movie up very well, which was most supposedly supposed to come out in 2023. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think Miss Marvel as a show, I would rate it probably a solid 7.5 out of 10. It's a solid show, can be enjoyed by the family, can be enjoyed by everybody, which I think is a really good thing. So yeah, that's pretty much it from me. I hope, yeah, as I said, I could have hoped they explain each parts more better, and some parts they didn't really explain that much, which I think is quite minor, this one. And I don't really agree that I think Marvel has reduced in quality. I think that maybe the shows nowadays are not, maybe like not as interesting because they create new characters, and many people may not like these new characters, but I don't think they really decline in quality. I think they still keep up to a certain standard they might have. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me. If I'm not mistaken, I think next month we're gonna have She-Hulk, Attorney of Law. So that's gonna be very interesting. So yeah, hope you guys have a good day. It might be a while till I upload my next video because I'm really busy with my college stuff. Maybe like in August I might be having my break, so maybe then we'll see. So yeah, that's pretty much it from me. Hope you guys have a good day. Don't forget to hit the like the button and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.